Headlines, highlights, the questions burning up the sports world get answered right here. This isn't just another recap, it's the Sports Answer. And leading the charge, sharp, fearless, and always bringing the edge, your host, Rudy Campos Jr. If you're talking sports, you better have the Sports Answer.
Good Sunday morning, Sports Answer fans. Rudy Campos Jr. here. Derek Devin should be back hopefully next week as we are trying a new thing here. You're actually at the Sports Answer Studios on location. It's going to be me, myself today. We're going to get through some NFL picks for Week 10. It's going to be fantastic. We're also going to get into some Spurs news. Of course, we've got the Spurs Cheeseman, the only sports town in town with the Spurs Cheeseman drop that we do weekly here. Plus, we've got some NFL news to get into. Jakobi Meyers trade. Does that kind of affect to what maybe Dallas was thinking come the trade deadline? You know, people were thinking they were going to get Max Crosby. They didn't end up getting Max Crosby. Is that something they can look forward to as as the Raiders of Las Vegas, not Oakland anymore? They kind of went through a little fire sale similar to what the New York Jets did. We'll get into all that here this morning on the quickest half hour of sports in San Antonio and the absolute best half hour of sports in San Antonio. Quick shout out Salem Surround 210-526-3635, proud sponsors of the Sports Answer. Hey, salemsurround.com/San Antonio. It's your digital marketing needs, SEO. I mean, you're talking about email marketing, digital audio. If you want the best for your business, contact the best in the business. That is Salem Surround. And before we get going any further here, the sports world did have a loss this past weekend as Marshon Neilan did pass away at the age of 24. We want you to know here from the Sports Answer, from myself, from Derek Irvin, and from everybody else that is involved, prayers do go out to Marshon Neilan and his family, as well as the Cowboys as well, because that is a brother for them all. But we do want to make sure that you guys are aware out there with mental health. It is very serious. If you ever need to reach out to anybody, please reach out. Don't hesitate at all. You know, we are all here on this earth to have a really good time. And that's the thing, is sometimes we go through low points, but do not ever feel like you can't reach out to anybody. Please reach out to somebody. Hear us on the Sports Answer. We want to let everybody know that you can reach out. You are not alone. We are all here for you. You have friends, you have family. Somebody out there will help you through any time that you are definitely going through. Prayers out to Mark. All right, as we get going here, again, we are talking about the Cowboys, and they did make some moves. They got Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets. They also made a deal with the Cincinnati Bengals, kind of ramped up their defense a little bit, and that's what is good to see about Jerry Jones. You know, people were thinking about he was going to go out there and get Max Crosby, and there was a deal in place, I believe, on Monday Night Football. They kind of made people aware of it, saying, hey, you know, Jerry mentioned that they're going to make some kind of splash here. They are going to make some type of deal. A deal was in the works already. A lot of people were already thinking it was Max Crosby, and sure enough, it wasn't. So it kind of made me wonder here, is this something that could possibly go down in the summer? Now, the Raiders did make a deal, and that deal was sending Jakobi Meyers over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, as you can see here, for a 4th and a 6th round pick. Now, Jacksonville desperately needing wide receivers. Obviously, Brian Thomas Jr. is out. He's having an injury bug all season. So they want to kind of keep building in Jacksonville. Why do I bring this up here? Because Jakobi was already on the trading block for Jacksonville Jaguars. For the Las Vegas Raiders. Max Crosby, on the other hand, was a big name that was also coming up here. Max Crosby was rumored to be a part of a Cowboy-type deal. Is seeing that the Raiders doing kind of a small fire sale, getting rid of some of their best players, is that something to look forward to in the NFL offseason? Now, we saw the Jets, again mentioned, kind of go through a fire sale before the trade deadline. Maybe the Raiders are holding on to Max Crosby for that offseason. Maybe they do want to see where the Cowboys fall. Maybe they do want to see what kind of draft picks they do have. Cowboys have a great amount of draft picks after making a few deals earlier in the year. So I believe they do have, obviously, Green Bay's number one for this upcoming season. So with 2 first-round picks, you can definitely use one, if you want to use both, to go and get a Max Crosby, even to go and get a player like Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, who definitely is not happy in Cleveland. So where does this feel like you Cowboy fans are out there? Are you thinking that, okay, you didn't get Max at the trade deadline? Are you able to get him in the offseason? Is that something Cowboy fans feel like? That's the sports question here when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, when it comes to NFL talk, because we want to know that sports question is how do you feel, Cowboy fans, particularly going into the offseason? We saw some moves being made. Cowboys, you bolstered your defense already. Maybe they just didn't want to go and get a Max Crosby. Or again, let's see how this season plays out. Go into the offseason. You've got 2 first-round picks. We've got a pretty good loaded draft coming up here. Got some great quarterbacks coming out here. Obviously, the Cowboys are not going after a quarterback in the first round. They could use one, if not both of those picks, to go get another big quality defensive player, Max Crosby, Myles Garrett. What are other teams thinking about doing? You know, Cleveland Browns, they're probably going to have some kind of fire sale in the end as well, too. They might be looking to get rid of Myles Garrett. They've got a lot of moves that they're going to have to end up making. Houston Texans have a plethora of wide receivers. There's a lot of teams out there that could use wide receivers. So I think this offseason is going to be a whole lot of movement when it comes to the NFL. And that's something that we are here at the Sports Answer are very excited. And again, speaking of excited, Salem Surround, we have an easy way for you guys up there. As you can tell on the screen, you've got that QR code up there. Just scan the QR code. It'll take you to salemsurround.com/San Antonio. So that way you can get your business on the right path. The right path is partnering up with Salem Surround. If you don't want to go to the website, no problem. Give them a call. 210-526-3635. That is Salem Surround powering everyone here at the Sports Answer. Talking about the Jacoby Myers, talking about the NFL. I mean, again, we mentioned Cowboys. We mentioned the Packers. We mentioned how the Cowboys made that deal for Micah Parsons, trading him to Green Bay, getting Green Bay's number 1. Well, as of this morning, we saw a tweet come out from Adam Schefter. Basically, the Packers deal includes the Packers and Cowboys deal includes a poison pill. What's a poison pill? Kind of basically says here, if the Packers want to trade Micah Parsons, they cannot trade him to a team in the NFC East. If they do, Green Bay would basically forfeit or owe Dallas that 2028 first-round pick. Now, it's also opposite, too, because this tweet doesn't have everything in there. If the Cowboys deal Kenny Clark, who came over in that Green Bay Packer deal, then they would owe the Packers their 2028 first-round pick if they trade Kenny Clark to any team in the NFC North. You look at the fans' reaction online, fans are thinking, well, Jerry, that just shows how scared you are. I get it. I understand that completely. But here's the other thing that I also look at. If I'm Green Bay and I don't see anybody in 2028 that benefits me, but yet I have a Commanders team, a Giants team who's willing, and I'm not even going to throw the Eagles in there. I think Jerry's more worried about the Eagles. But it's the teams like the Giants. You see the Giants going up. Jackson Dart's making a name. Cam Scatterbo, before he had the injury that took him out for the season, he was on his way up to being that RB1 in New York. Beginning of the season, when the Giants were losing, I said, you need to replace Russell Wilson at halftime of that Commanders game. I had Giants fans coming at me on social media saying, hey, no. Why? Jackson Dart's not ready. You need to change. It's not Russell Wilson's fault that the offensive line is not protecting him. Insert Jackson Dart, it's a whole new team. So again, if the Giants are making a really huge deal for a Micah Parsons, why wouldn't Green Bay do it? You're losing one 2028 pick, where if you trade Parsons, you can get that 2028 pick back from a Commander, from a Giants team. Or you may not like a player in 2028 that you're willing to spend on a first-round pick, but you'll get a plethora, for Micah Parsons. So I understand the poison pill. I understand Jerry's scared. And I know the Packers really only put that other stipulation in there because they wanted to counteract Jerry. I get that. But here's what I'm saying. Who cares about the poison pill? that was put. That little, what is it? That little sentence in there that says you cannot do this, and if you do, we get rewarded for it. Who cares? Micah Parsons will command a pretty good haul in return. Like I mentioned, team to watch in the NFC East, the Giants. They're on their way up. The Giants defense, it's up there. Don't fall asleep on that. It's up there. Adding to Micah Parsons to the New York Giants, wow. Elite defense. Plus, let's not forget, Malik Neighbors out for the year. That offense is going to be rolling. A few more picks in the right direction for the offense, maybe a free agent signing here or there. The New York Giants are going to be a scary team. So that's what I'm trying to say, is if you're the Packers, who cares? Don't care about it. Even if you do trade him to the Eagles, oh well. If the Eagles offer you back more than what it's going to, more than what you expected, why not take it? You have to take it. So I get the reporting by Adam. I mean, he's doing it. It's due diligence. But if I'm a Packer fan, I'm a Cowboy fan, I really don't care about it. In any type of deal, you can get a first-round pick back in return. I don't think Kenny Clark's going to actually give you a first-round pick back. He could. But again, it's Micah Parsons in this deal. Jerry's just worried about Micah coming back into the NFC East, running wild and causing havoc at least twice a year against his Cowboys. Who cares? That's the biggest thing is there. 2 words. Who cares? If you get a big time deal for him, you make that deal no matter where you trade him. Oh yay, I lose a 2028 first round pick. Big deal. Oh well. Reporting by Schefter there. So I mean, again, that's what we're trying to say. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. At all. Completely at all. Packers, do what you want to do. Go get that. And like we mentioned earlier, Salem Surround, go get them. You know, your business thriving, booming. It's already making money hand over fist. But you could still use the help. Maybe there's that one area where you're struggling in. Don't struggle. Don't struggle at all. Contact salemsurround.com /San Antonio today. Go to that website. The QR code over here. Click that QR code. It'll take you right to the website. If you're not a website guy, call them. 210-526-3635. salemsurrounds.com /San Antonio. Man, like I said, email marketing, SEO, digital audio, anything you can imagine to make your business thrive, they're going to do it for you there at Salem Surround. Contact them again, 210-526-3635. On the way back, we've got that Spurs talk for you guys out there. Spurs Cheeseman, where we're going to ask the question of healthy Spurs team. Do you make a move? Plus, we got our NFL picks, and then we'll be done for the day here on the quickest 30 minutes of sports talk in San Antonio. But it's the absolute best. It's Rudy Campos here on the Sports Answer. We'll be back.
In San Antonio, your business deserves more than noise. It deserves to be seen. SEO, social media, digital ads. If you're not showing up, you're losing customers. At Salem Surround San Antonio, we design digital strategies that work, from web design and SEO to social, podcast, and display ads. Real tools. Real results. Let's amplify your brand. Start today with a free digital presence evaluation. Salem Surround San Antonio, your brand, everywhere it matters.
As you see right there, salemsurround.com /San Antonio, 210-526-3635. They got you covered. They've got you covered. They are proud sponsors of the Sports Answer. Rudy Campos here, Derek Irvin. Hopefully we'll be back next week. But again, we're trying out the new studio here. So, you're not seeing the old studio. It's going to be back and forth here. But hey, I'm glad you joined us here today for the Sports Answer. We'll be coming live to you every single Sunday. Also, quick note here is you're going to get a lot more Sports Answer content as they're going to be providing more content for the YouTube page. Go to Answer Now TV on YouTube hit that subscribe button so you can catch myself, you can catch Derek, you can catch all the amazing guests. Go back, look at some old episodes that we do have already. Check out all of our sports shorts, plus the new content that's going to be coming out here starting this week. And quick shout out, you are seeing I'm wearing a Toronto Blue Jays hat. We were on the air during the World Series. We missed that show last week, but no problem. Hey, congratulations to the Dodgers. Probably the best World Series in my lifetime, I will say. I'm an old man, but I will say in my lifetime, that's probably the best World Series I've seen. Great matchup. It was a battle back and forth. I thought the Blue Jays had it. There was a team of destiny right there, but the Dodgers and Yamamoto, shout out to Yamamoto, man. He has been pitching at an all-time level. I'm definitely going to catch a Yamamoto game sometime next year, wherever I can catch him pitching at. I'm definitely going to go. Guy's a genius. Guy is brilliant. Congratulations to the Dodgers out there. Your MLB World Series champs. Moving on along, man. Spurs. Your Spurs are hot. I mean, okay. They're one of the hottest teams in the league right now. And for good reason. I mean, we said that they've got a schedule that they can take advantage of at the beginning of the season. And that schedule being, out of, I think, the first 20 teams, I want to say 15 games or so were against teams that were not in the playoffs or in the play-in, so just kind of squeaking in. So a healthy Spurs team could take advantage of it. Now, started the season without De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, Jeremy Sochan. Cornette played a game or two, and then he went out with injury. So the Spurs are dealing with injury, but yet they're still at a 7-2 mark on the season. As you can tell, yesterday's victory against the New Orleans Pelicans, 126-119, another hard-fought victory for the San Antonio Spurs. The return of De'Aaron Fox. We did see Kelly Olynyk and Jeremy Sochan did suit up previous game as well. They did return. The Spurs are looking good. As with De'Aaron Fox here, Dylan Harper did go down. He was your other true point guard. You ended up getting De'Aaron Fox. Made a whole big difference last night for the Silver and Black. Here are your stats here. Victor with 18 points, 18 rebounds, double-double there. De'Aaron Fox, 24 points, and I believe it was 31 minutes, added 3 rebounds. Again, you see the way the scoring down was breakdown. Devin at 16, Harrison 15, and so on and so on. Jeremy Sochan's name has been, rumored, included on our show as well, as a guy that he fits the Spurs system, but he doesn't mesh with the Spurs system. And again, I'm only saying that because I don't want to get Spurs fans upset at this when I'm talking about it. You kind of got to see where we're coming from on that side. It's never a knock on anybody. We just like to call it the way we see it here with Derek Irvin and myself. So how about we get into some Spurs Cheeseman? Because there is a rumor floating around. There's a little comment floating around that we want to kind of get into. Let's drop some Spurs Cheeseman.
So, like, I hear about the Spurs, this y Spurs that, y como que esto y esta, pero I never hear about the real Spurs Cheeseman. Neilan, por favor.
All right, thank you, Spurs Cheeseman, girl. So here's the Cheeseman. We mentioned Jeremy Sochan, and I'm leaving the stats up here because it basically plays into a couple of guys here that we are seeing. So Jeremy Sochan, you're seeing Devin Vassell. Now, Devin's been playing really good all season. A guy you don't want to talk about a whole lot is Keldon. Keldon is that spark that comes off the bench. But with the start that the Spurs have had, the question still remains, do they make a move before the trade deadline, which is right around the All-Star break, come in February? Jeremy's always talked about as being a guy that's on the move. Devin is a guy that's saying, hey, you've got to throw Devin in there because of salary, because of, it makes sense, financially. Now, another guy is Harrison Barnes. Harrison started the season pretty slow. I saw people on Spurs Twitter, obviously, talking about we don't need Harrison. He's old, he's in that. And all of a sudden, the last couple of games, he's blown up. He's blown up. Harrison Barnes is a guy you want to try to keep on the team. Why? Veteran leadership. You went out and got Cornette. You got Olynyk. But having Barnes in there is veteran leadership. You've also got De'Aaron Fox, obviously. De'Aaron Fox is another name this past week, and here's the Cheeseman. because of the hot start. Because you're seeing Stephon Castle last night having 14 assists. A lot of people think, well, we've got Dylan. We've got Stephon. We have a cluster at the point guard spot. No, X that. X that out. Dylan Harper is a rookie. He is going to be one of the best rookies in the league this season. I can bring up the receipts, as you kids call it, and say, I said Dylan Harper was going to be a Rookie of the Year candidate. He was going to be a Rookie of the Year candidate, and he was going to probably, in my opinion, be in top 3. As of right now, before injury, he was top 3 in the Rookie of the Year candidacy. There's no doubt about that at all. But you saw the injury. He dealt with injury at Rutgers. He was out for a while at Rutgers. He has a calf injury right now. We all know the Spurs are not going to allow him to come back at 80%, 85%. Spurs try to get their guys up to that 98, 99, and 100% mark. So any rumors of De'Aaron Fox going in a deal somewhere, for me, it would take a whole lot. So that Spurs Cheeseman, Spurs question is, do you move De'Aaron Fox for a guy that is an MVP candidate such as a Giannis Antetokounmpo? Or do you run with the Spurs team that you currently have? The sports answer to that for us here is we like who we have right now. But we're putting that asterisk. We are putting the asterisk. Why? Because you never know what teams can offer you. Would the Milwaukee Bucks say, we would love to send Giannis, and in return, we want, Jeremy, Devin, Stephon Castle? I'm like, no, that's good. That's good. I like the youth I've got right there. But they want De'Aaron Fox and Jeremy. It makes Spurs fans think, okay, maybe. For the sports answer, it's, well, I like what we've got here. For me, it's still there. Giannis makes this team better on paper. But remember, the Spurs are still not a great free throw shooting team. Giannis is not a great free throw shooter. The Spurs are still not a great three-point shooting team. Giannis doesn't bring that three-point shooting to San Antonio. You're basically giving up De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, guys that can shoot the three, but most importantly can knock down free throws as well. There's a lot of little pieces in here. So I don't know if there's actually a really good trade package that I would look at to put this team over the hump. Could they put them over the hump? Yeah, they could become instant overnight contenders, but they are already a top 3 team in the West. I had them at 6 at the end of the season. Derek had them at 4. But right now, they are a top 3 team. Oklahoma City, Denver, and then it's everybody else. Spurs are right there. So why make a move when we haven't seen a healthy San Antonio Spurs team? There's no reason to do it. That's the Spurs Cheeseman for today. And you know what? Before we go, we got to do our NFL picks really quick here. Shout out salemsurround.com/San Antonio. Hit that QR code right there. It'll take you right to the website. 210-526-3635. Salem Surround. Contact them today. They're not going to trade. They're not going to make trade packages with you. They're not going to go Jerry Jones and put all these stipulations on anything you do with them. No, it's right to the point. It's 100%. We are going to build your company, your business, your reputation is going to be the best. When your company wants to be the best, you have to go get the best. The best is Salem Surround. 210-526-3635 NFL picks. Let's get to them. Week 10, Thursday Night Football. I would have taken the Denver Broncos. Come on. I would have taken the Broncos. Come on. Over the Raiders. Yeah, we're not going into that game. Falcons and Colts are actually playing right now. Teams on a bye. You got Cincinnati, you got Dallas, Kansas City, Tennessee. They're on a bye. Let's go. The Saints, the Panthers. I mean, hindsight says you're going to take the Panthers, right? You've got to take the Panthers. Yeah, we're going to take the Panthers. Bryce Young is back here. I think Tedder McMillan is going to end up playing today. Even though I do think Chris Olave will have a pretty big day for the Saints. Rico Dowdle should get right back on track here. Give me the Panthers. Giants and Bears. This is that one game where, okay, Giants and Bears. Here we go. Here we go. Giants are on the way up. Bears are on the way up as well. Give me the Giants. I think Jackson Dart is going to put up a monster game against the Bears. Give me the Giants, Houston Texans, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. No CJ Stroud. I really think that Houston does come out with the win here. It's a divisional game, so give me the Houston Texans. Buffalo, Miami. Miami's just look bad. I don't know why they're keeping Mike McDaniel on the sideline for the remainder of the season. Buffalo should get this in a rout. Baltimore, Minnesota. I like Baltimore in this game, but I feel because Minnesota's at home, they would get the win. You know what? I'm going to play it safe here. Give me Baltimore for the win in the Super Bowl matchup of all time here, at least the AFC Championship matchup here. Cleveland and the Jets. Give me Cleveland. I think Cleveland does enough here. Jets kind of went on a fire sale. So give me the Cleveland Browns. Patriots and Buccaneers. I love this game. You've got Drake May on the way up. You've got Baker Mayfield, who's revitalized his career. The New England Patriots have been on a roll. I think they continue. Give me the Patriots in this game. Cardinals and Seahawks. I love Jacoby Brissett. I think he goes into Seattle and upsets the Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Cardinals. The Rams and 49ers. Rams are going to take care of the 49ers. Lions and Washington Commanders. Marcus Mariota getting the start against the Lions. Give me the Lions in that one. Pittsburgh and the Chargers. I almost said that, San Diego. The Los Angeles Chargers. Give me the Chargers in this. Justin Herbert, I think it's back on track as well over here. Then you've got Monday night. You've got the Eagles. You've got the Packers. This is good. This is a good one. This is a classic NFC matchup. I'm going to take the Eagles in this one. I've got a lot of road teams winning. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 road teams winning this weekend. Is it going to be a terrible weekend for Rudy here at the Sports Answer? Probably so. I think it might be. But hey, those are my picks. I hope you guys get your picks in. Be sure to drop the comment below here when the video is released on Answer Now TV. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And I appreciate everybody joining us here until we break down those sports questions for you next week. You guys have a great, fantastic week. More content coming this week for the Sports Answer. So again, for Derek Gervin, who should be back next week, it's Rudy Campos Jr. Shout out to Salem Surrounds, powering here at the Sports Answer. Click that QR code or call 210-526-3635. It's Rudy Campos Jr. Until we see you guys again. Later, guys.
You've been listening to the Sports Answer with Rudy Campos Jr. Today's show was brought to you by Salem Surround San Antonio, helping local businesses grow with digital strategies that work. Visit salemsurround.com/San Antonio to learn more. We'll see you next time on the Sports Answer.